So hear me 매일매일 널 숨도 못 쉬고 불러 you. I'm on with the fire, hotter than my ex. 이제 너보다 더 날 사랑할래. 똑같처럼 같으면 나를 위해
Semakin mak berumur, semakin risau saya. Saya pastikan dia kekal kuat dengan Asia Gold. Dirumus dengan CAHMB, Triple Protein Blend dan YBG agar dia terus kuat untuk menikmati kehidupannya. Rasailah kuasa kasih, rasailah daya kekuatan.
Based ranking system. If you like to kill a lot of other players, you were usually matched with other players with the same mentality, but if you never killed a player and weren't aggressive, you were matched with non-aggressive players who wanted to work together. At the time of release, this wasn't really known to everyone. There were theories about it, but it definitely helped keep a huge chunk of their players from leaving. This is part of the reason as to why it was able to maintain such a large player base for over 6 months after release. It was able to attract people who would have never considered playing extraction shooters. Like, for example, the streamer Nessie does. He's someone who mostly streamed and made content around the game Sea of Thieves, in which he trolled or messed around with people in the game that, in his opinion, deserve it, like hackers, for example. He would start playing Arc Raiders with the same goal, to make content, to make videos out of it, in which he tricks or trolls other people, which happens in pretty much every multiplayer game in which you interact with other players. However, at some point during early March, and while playing Arc Raiders with a friend, he'd have the very unfortunate event of coming across the streamer PeachXO. And now I'm sure that some of you watching might be surprised here, thinking things like, wait, Mugen, this streamer has like 2,000 followers, 22 average viewers. What damage could she possibly do to this bigger streamer called Nessie? Well, if you've tried to apply to a job recently in this terrible job market, you'd understand very quickly we don't live in a world of meritocracy anymore. It's all about nepotism, which means the people that you know. Take Twitch, for example, one of the worst platforms in existence. They'll ban you for anything, and you could be one of their top 0.1% streamers. You'll probably still have a hard time reaching a real human being there. But did you know that Twitch has something called the Ambassador Program, where they pick out streamers that represent the entire brand and get a special badge and contact with the staff? Yeah, well, not to call anyone out, but there's literally people out there with 1 viewer that are a Twitch ambassador. This means that these people have direct access to Twitch staff, while bigger streamers with thousands of viewers potentially don't. The point I'm making here is that you don't need a lot of viewership to have a lot of influence that could potentially cause a lot of damage to someone. And that's exactly where PeachXO falls into place here, while also weaponizing a high-ranking contact of hers that works at Embark Studios, the developer behind Arc Raiders. However, ironically, this would all eventually lead to her own total downfall. Arc Raiders' matchmaking system is very straightforward. You can queue up as a solo player, as a duo with a friend, or as a trio with 2 friends. The game will always prioritize queuing up solos with other solos, duos with other duos, etc., etc. However, like most multiplayer games, the server for Oceania are absolutely dead. So if you live in Australia or New Zealand, for example, yeah, it's going to take a long time to find a game. Even worse, if you queue up as a solo, you might encounter a duo. There simply aren't enough players to be able to match them to people queuing up just like them. The reason why I'm telling you this is because it's integral to what would happen next, because around the first week of March, PeachXO would queue a solo game and encounter Nessie, which led to the event that permanently altered both of their lives. Watch for yourself.
Hello.
Yo, oh my god, perfect. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, this is like really weird, but my friend is like completely stuck, and I want someone to knock him so I can like res him, and hopefully that knocks him out of the spot. He's literally just got completely stuck in this room.
But how is he your friend?
Oh, are you solo? I'm in a duo game. I'm duo queued with him.
Wait, what?
So I can't. But yeah, if you're solo, I'm duo, I can't lock him. He's like in here under these steps right here.
Why does this feel like a scheme?
Oh, he's full traps there.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a defib, so I'll do it. Hey!
All right, so look, classic trap in games like this. If you've played any survival games like DayZ or anything that involves other players, yeah, you've probably been through this. It's not pleasant, okay? It's not a good time, but that's just the nature of these games. That's what you're signing up for. He told her his friend needed help, he trapped her in a room, and then killed her. She wasn't the first player he did this to, and she wasn't going to be the last. I even think many of you watching would have raged at this, right? It's stupid, but you would have moved on afterwards. After raging a little bit, you would have just queued up the next game and started over. But of course, that's not what the streamer here, PeachXO, would do. She'd actually decide to take this out of the game by leaving an inappropriate comment on the Steam profile of one of those two players.
What a fucking loser. What a fucking loser. Wow. I can smell the stank from here. Loser. TY for the
What did you say?
You know this is both.
What?
No, I don't think that's true.
And if you don't believe me,
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
just try it, Daddy. And you'll
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you.
just try it, Daddy.
Pesan makanan kegemaran Anda dengan Food Panda. Muat turun aplikasi dan pesan sekarang.
Food Panda?
free content. Suck a fat one.
Next, after leaving a comment on the Steam profile of one of the two players, she decides to report Nessie in-game. And out of all the different things she could have picked, for some reason she decides to go with scamming. Like, he scammed her. So I don't even know what scamming would entail in a game like this.
Liar. Got me. People like that make me hate the fucking game.
An hour after she had reported him in-game, Nessie would understand that he had just killed a streamer. And look, he has common sense. He understood that killing someone like this wasn't the most fun way to play this game. So he made it a point to go to her chat and say, hey, GG from before. This would be her reaction, and this would be their brief discussion.
Hello, GG, but from before. Hi, Nessie. Were you the person, like, in, we're looking for processors?
No.
No, you're one with the Stark friend. Ah, so you're the asshole from before. Right. Now, did you like the comment I left on the profile? So you're the asshole. Are you gonna be quiet now? Are you gonna be quiet now? Or are you just, we're done with that? Everything you did required you being an asshole.
So look, so far, I mean, he's been nothing but nice, right? He's trying to understand, like, hey, why am I an asshole? Like, I'm just saying GG, right? Like, it is what it is. That's just the game. So then she makes it a point to focus on his Twitch profile, seeing when he last streamed, and for some reason, commenting on his partner verified badge.
When was the last time you even streamed, bro? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's just I'm chill. Oh, I'm chill. I'm allowed to call you an asshole because what you did was asshole behavior. I don't give a f that you've got a partner badge.
Bro, no one said anything about a partner badge. No one even, like... It's automatically equipped if you're partnered on Twitch. I know this myself since I have that badge too. But for some reason, she's very triggered by it.
I've been over 30 days. You play some interesting games. Trying to log in with uni. I wonder if you're, like, being a shitlord over there too. I wonder if, like, you know, people are safe being around you.
So she asked why the guy hasn't streamed in a while, right? Even though he has no obligation to answer that, he'd say, I'm trying to lock in for uni. And the first thing she says afterwards, right? She could have just ended it here and been like, you know what, dude? I don't agree with how you play the game, but whatever. It is what it is. See you later. No, she makes a comment about how I hope people are safe around you. I hope you're not harassing or even being weird around people in your uni. Like, dude, where did this come from? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Your vibes give off. Good luck with that. Yeah. Good luck. Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't care if you have a partner badge. I don't care if you have a partner badge. I just, with his friend, his so-called stuck friend, you solo queued with your friend into a game.